Lee Chae-min and I am Yoon-ah. Their affection is impossible to hide, and a reunion is brewing. Hello everyone, warm greetings from the team at YouTube channel Yahoo Japan News. We're so glad you've stopped by to read this little ode to on-screen sparks and off-camera smiles. If you enjoy what you read and what we make, please support our channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. It really helps us keep creating. Before we begin, a small note. This article mixes observed moments with playful inference. Some details are speculative by nature and may not match the full reality. Consider this a fun, slightly romantic fan theory picnic rather than investigative journalism. If you've been watching the recent historical romantic buzz, you already know that the pairing of I am Yoon-ah and Lee Chae-min on the small screen has been a delightful surprise for many viewers. Both actors bring their A-game to the production, she with her poised, luminous charm and timing, and he with an austere, secret softness that quietly melts palace intrigue into something like a souffle. Their casting and the premise of the drama have been widely covered in the press. There's a reason fans keep pausing behind-the-scenes clips that look across the room, the small, perfectly timed smile, the way an offhand joke is answered with a genuine, involuntary laugh. On camera they channel a vintage romanticism. Glances held a second too long, hands that almost touch, food that becomes a metaphor for affection. Off camera, the blooper reels and promotional snapshots show them relaxed, making faces at each other, and generally behaving like two people who enjoy the same private joke. Those moments make the chemistry feel less like script alchemy and more like a real, warm thing between two colleagues who clearly respect and like one another. There have even been swirling rumors that the two, Lee Chae-min and I am Yoon-ah, often arrange their own private rehearsals in a quiet corner of the filming set. Sessions, described by staff as filled with laughter, gentle teasing, and an unmistakable warmth that seems to blur the line between acting practice and genuine affection. Let's be honest, the show's plot practically begs for chemistry. The premise, a modern chef lost in time, becoming the personal chef to a monarch with impeccable taste, creates an irresistible slow burn. She's the unapologetically modern talent. He's the monarch with a soft center under a hard crown. Together they cook up a kind of romance where every shared meal contains a confession waiting to happen. Watching them prepare a dish on screen feels, at times, like watching two people compose a love letter in the language of spices. Viewers laugh, swoon, and then immediately tweet stills to all of their friends. The behind-the-scenes footage adds charming footnotes. In interviews and press photos they're professional, gracious, and occasionally downright goofy, the sort of pair where one will pull a face and the other will respond with an exaggerated eye roll that reads perfectly on camera. Those small interactions are the kind of human details that make fans start imagining a reunion beyond the script. What if the director decides the audience deserves another course? What if the writers smell the hype and plan a second serving, a sequel, a special, a part 2 inches that reunites the actors for new misunderstandings, new feasts, and new heart-thudding looks? Rumors and hopeful whispers aside, the idea of a reunion has become a lively conversation among viewers. Of course, it helps that both performers have careers that can carry more than one chapter. I am Yoon-ah's film and television resume gives her the range to slide from comedy to pathos with elegant ease, while Lee Chae-min's recent work has shown a range that can be both regal and human. That combination, star power plus dramatic versatility, is exactly what producers want when they contemplate bringing a winning pair back together. Industry talk about follow-ups and additional projects is flourishing, and while nothing is confirmed publicly at the time of writing, the chemistry and audience demand make the idea of a second collaboration an easy yes to imagine. Now for the romantic micro-rituals that make this pairing so satisfying. The way he listens when she explains a modern culinary technique, the way she watches him taste a dish as if trying to read an entire life in one expression. It's these tiny rituals, the handing over of a spoon, the shared secrecy of a recipe, that build a believable intimacy. In dramas, authenticity is less about dramatic declarations and more about believable tiny interactions, and this pair has a drawer full of those. Fans pore over them like recipe cards, trying to decode which look is the look, and Which gesture will be the one that finally collapses the distance between characters? Whether you're team slow burn or team grand declaration, there's plenty to savor. And yes, there are ample GIF-worthy moments circulating online. Let's not forget the comedic undercurrent. Romance without a little laughter is like a feast without dessert. Their timing, both comic and romantic, creates the perfect blend of sweetness and spice. She'll make a dry, modern comment about a palace quirk, and his inscrutable royal face will crack in a way that reveals the human underneath. That contrast creates an electrolytic charge. In their scenes, you can sense the narrative electricity, and audiences lean in to see how it will be grounded, cooked, and served in subsequent episodes. Speculation about a formal reunion, a second season, a miniseries, or even a special episode, is everywhere. Producers often pay attention to audience response, and when viewers clamor for more, the industry listens. While I can't confirm any official renewal or sequel plans, the combination of on-screen chemistry, favorable press, and public appetite makes the prospect plausible and exciting. For now, consider it a wish list placed on the studio's kitchen counter, stamped with hearts, annotated with fan prayers, and ready to be topped with a sequel souffle if the chefs decide to bake it. Before we wrap up, here's a gentle reminder. The joy of watching two actors create something lovely together is perfectly valid. Whether the spark is purely professional, partly personal, or somewhere in between, the best part of fandom is the shared delight. The memes, the edits, the late-night reel compilations, and the collective daydream of, what if they return? So keep sending those supportive messages and respectful fan art, and keep your subscription too active so we can bring you more whimsical takes like this one. In conclusion, Chae-min and I Am Yoon-ah make for an enchantingly watchable pair. On-screen, their romance is a carefully plated masterpiece. Off-screen, their friendly warmth makes fans root for them to meet again in a part 2. Or at the very least, to collaborate on something that gives us all more of the same delicious chemistry. Treat this article as an affectionate appetizer, and if the production decides to serve a sequel, consider us first in line for dessert. Thank you. If you enjoyed this romantic humorous romp, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd love your support. And remember, some of the details above are playful inferences. Enjoy the story, but take the rumors lightly until official announcements arrive.